A very good evening, my friends and followers. We are today in Genoa, and we're doing just a short hop over to Rome. We will have some ATC online on IVAO. And yeah, the weather's clear as far as I can see for now. And let me just check the first initialization parts of the FMC. No, what I will do first is I will set the IRS to nav so that they can start to align. Start flight pad. Fetch the data from SimBrief. And then I will set the realism options to real. I changed this afternoon because I was trying something. Then let me set up the block fuel to 6,200 kilograms. And start refueling. And then I will start to request a weight and balance. Start boarding. And what I will also do is I start the self-loading cargo. Cabin layout, okay, movie screens. So actually I'm flying Alitalia, or the former Alitalia. It's now ITA Airways. ITA Airways. They are flying under Alitalia flight numbers, so they start with AZ 1389 in our case. And well, the start time, yeah. And the call sign is Itero. So departure time is set now to 21 Zulu. In our self-loading cargo. And just update the IVAO flight plan about our departure time. I changed it to 21 Zulu. Fetch up the data here, Genoa to Rome, and we have ATC online, so actually we can request the ATIS of our departure, which is Lima India Mike Juliet, and send. Get back to the menu, and let's wait until we have the message. The rest is set up, so I can start the flight now. By the way, I need to restart self-loading cargo because there was the error. Oh no, I knew that this would happen. I cannot restore self-loading cargo. Okay, then we're going without it. Let me try it one more time. No, it's not working. I don't know why, but this happens all the time. So if I start it and then I close it because of any reason, then I cannot reopen it. So actually in that case I can reset my departure time to 20:45 again, because we don't need to board any passengers. But let me see the ATIS first. Genova Tower. Departure runway is 28. So we can set that up already. Departure runway is 28. And we're flying the Genova 5 Echo departure. So runway 28, Genova 5 Echo departure. Insert. And then we have a discontinuity. We'll delete that. And that's fine. So next will be Rome. Let me see the weather request for Rome. We'll wait until the message is up. Company message, there it is. META. And we have a Rome 330 at 3. So that means that let's see, a runway it might be runway 12. I'm not sure about the ATC there. Let me see, does it have runway 12 in Rome? ILS 16, no. So I guess it's ILS 16. But we will see what the departure controller tells us. So departure is 1/1 up 1.1. V1 122, VR 123, V2 127. Set up. And zero fuel weight and 6.2 tons of block fuel. There it is, all set up now. Then let me check the Genova 5 departure route, because I don't want to do any mistakes here. So after the departure, and immediately right turn after passing 800, max 185 knots. Okay, this is important. And then to Anarchy, and then okay, this is actually a really strange departure route. Is there not anything else I can fly? Lagen and Unita. So this is the airport. Lagen. Wouldn't an Unita be way better? Yes, it would. But hey, whatsoever. And then let me check the ATIS, the frequency of Genova Tower is 118.6. 118.6. 1186. So we will tune that in a second. We still have 10 minutes to go until we reach our departure time. Exit. I will cross exit at 4,500. Let me check if this is correct. Genova. Set Genova 5 Echo. Let me see. Genova exit at or above 4,500 and 230 knots. So plus 45 and 230 knots. So that's fine. That's actually fine. Wonderful. So we will turn on the autopilot once we passed 800 feet. And for now, I will just see the weather once more, because I need the QNH. Oh, by the way, I have the QNH as well here. The QNH is 1027. 1027. Wonderful. Okay, so I think we're ready to go in a few seconds. So before start checklist, cockpit preparations are completed. Gear pins and covers should have been removed already. Signs are on and auto. Fuel quantity is 6,200 kilograms balanced. I checked it before, but this should be balanced. Yes, it is. Takeoff data is set, and barometer is set to 1027 hectopascal. Set. Before start checklist to the line completed. I will now just try to restart self-loading cargo one last time. It's not possible. Okay, then no problem. Now let me see. Charts, taxi charts, airport overview. There it is. Okay. Nope, this is not what I was looking for. Airport info, takeoff minimums. That should be it. Takeoff minimums. In case of poor visibility, we don't have poor. Okay, wonderful. Let's check into Genoa Tower. Actually, is this the correct frequency? I'm not sure about that. Hello? Have I been disconnected? No? There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me receive a radio check first. So I just want to make sure that that the readability is good. Genoa Tower, very good evening. This is Itero 1389 radio check.
Itaro 1389, Genoa Tower, radio check 5 on 5.
Thank you very much. Read you 5 by 5 as well. Okay, so information Delta is on board.
Itaro 1389, Genoa Tower, I ask you to remove the standard departure from your flight plan because the Italian regulation needs that.
Yep, just stand by a second. I will just do it for Itero 1389. So they want to remove the departure route out of the flight plan, which is quite funny because in America, actually, FAA rules, you have to file the departure route. So this is something I do wrong all the time. But yeah. So flight plan is now changed. At least it should be changed by now. Flight deck door lock. Okay. APU is available by now. So before start checklist below the line. Windows and doors are closed and armed. Beacon lights are on. Mobile phones are off. Thrust levers idle. Yep. Parking brake is set to park. Before start checklist completed. And we now just wait 1 more minute so we can request a clearance 5 minutes before the actual departure time. What we do in the meantime is we tune in Genova approach 119.6 in the standby frequency. 119.6.
Italo 1389 Genoa Tower, sorry, you have to remove also the arrivals, only the entry point, exit point in your flight plan.
Just confirm, we have to delete the departure route Genova 5 Echo, but we can maintain the Xibel 3 arrival.
No, you have to remove also the arrival, both departure and arrival.
Yeah, I did that. I just removed everything, so there should be just Genova in it, and then the last waypoint is Xibel.
Correct, your flight plan is correct, and you are cleared to destination Lima India Romeo Foxtrot by do you need the AirNav departure, or you are able to use the 8 kilo?
Sorry, say again for Itaro 1389. Which departure route would you like to take us?
Itaro 1389 Genoa. I ask you if you are able to use the Golf Echo November 8 kilo departure.
Stand by a second, I call you back. So he just asked me to if I am able to fly a different departure route, would be the Genova 8 kilo departure. So that would be possible for me. I just want to check it. I mean, it's possible because I have it in the FMC, but actually I will check that. Via westbound, northbound, via airway Mike 730 eastbound, Mike 859 eastbound. Itero 1389, we are also able to fly the Genova 8 kilo departure.
Roger, Itaro 1389 Genoa Tower, so you have cleared destination Lima India Romeo Foxtrot via Golf Echo November 8 kilo, initial climb 5,000 feet, the spoke code is 4304.
Itero 1389, we are cleared to Rome via the Genova 8 kilo departure. Initial climb is 5,000 feet and at clock 4304, Itero 1389.
Itaro 1389 Genoa Tower, the readback is correct, the QNH is 1027, reporting when ready to push and start.
QNH 1027, we will report ready for push and start, Itero 1389. So basically, we just changed the departure route to the Genova 8 kilo, and I just want to see what's the difference between the 5 Echo and the 8 kilo, because I think one of them is the Arnav departure, but I have flight level 110, we have flight level 45 and 55 here, and if I check this 45, 55, flight level 110. So I don't understand what the difference is actually. Well, okay, the speed restriction here is gone, but the rest is all the same, I think. Runway 28, initial climb, turn left at DME 1 SES, turn left 148, track, intercept SES to Exito. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's the difference, but well, anyway. Itero 1389, we are ready for push and start.
Itaro 1389 Genoa Tower, you are cleared to push and start up.
Cleared for push and start, Itero 1389. So we disconnect the external power. Don't need that anymore. We can see the truck is coming. It's coming over here. And we are cleared for pushback. He didn't say us a facing, but I think we're facing east as we're departing to 8, which is this end over here. Unfortunately, there's no voice. There should be voice in it with the ground crew, but yeah, unfortunately there isn't. So let me see. Do I have the 185 knots in there? 185. Okay. Parking brake released and backwards. Whoa. A little car is coming by. And we're just waiting until we have been lifted up. And the pushback is starting. There you go. And we will start engine number 2. Oh, by the way, we should start APU bleed as well, so the passengers have some fresh oxygen, and also we are able to start the engine. Because this is not possible if you don't start the APU bleed. Turn on the lights a little. So, like this. So there's actually the word captain onto it. My coffee cap. So now we're pushing. We start now engine number 1 and push is completed. So we will set the parking brake and stop the pushback. Fuel flow is available. Can also check the hydraulics. So everything is running and stable. Engine 1 is running up. And we switch over to the flight controls check. After start checklist first, anti-ice is currently not required. We have currently 11 degrees, so we definitely don't need anti-ice. ECAM status is checked and it's normal. Pitch trim, we have set what we typed in the FMC 1.1 up. Here you can see. And rudder trim is set to 0. Wonderful. After start checklist completed. So flight controls. Full up, neutral. Full down, neutral. Full left, neutral. Full right, neutral. Rudder, full left. Full right, neutral. Flight control check completed. So we are basically ready to taxi. So we have everything available and everything set up. So we can now start the taxi basically, and we will call for that. Genova Tower, this is Citaro 1389, we are ready for taxi.
Citaro 1389, Genoa Tower, taxi holding point Golf, runway 28 via Mike.
Taxi holding point Golf, runway 28 via Mike for Citaro 1389. So I will set the squawk 4304, 4304, and then we can start the taxi. Parking brake released. Taxi lights are on, and we start taxiing straight ahead. I will also reopen the ground chart. Actually, holding point golf is up here. I think I don't have mic on here, but actually I think that mic should be either this. Let me zoom in. Yeah, this is Foxtrot. Over there is Golf. So we are already basically at the end, and I am on mic. I should be on mic, I think. So if I turn right here, we are at Golf. Auto brake set to max. Spoilers armed. Wait. Where am I? I have to go here. Have I? Yeah, I have to go here. Kevin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
And I will set the flaps for takeoff. By the way, the message what you hear is Jeremy. He's writing me. Come on, start taxiing. Takeoff config tested and normal. Before takeoff checklist, flight controls checked, flight instrument checked, briefing confirmed, flap setting configuration 1 plus F set, FMA and takeoff data, V1 122, VR 123 and V2 127. Transponder is set to 4304, ECAMIMO, takeoff no blue, takeoff checklist, before takeoff checklist completed. Itero 1389, we are ready for departure.
Itero 1389 Genoa Tower, you are cleared to line up and take off runway 28. The wind is 020 degrees, 3 knots.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28, Itero 1389, thank you. So we are cleared for departure. Landing lights on, taxi lights on takeoff, and the runway turn-off lights on, strobe lights on, wing lights on, predictive wind shear warning system on, and we are now ready to go. Parking brake is set. So we will try to line up not on the yellow line, but a little bit more here because the runway is short. We are very light at the moment, and actually I think the lineup is approved, so we will backtrack. We will backtrack here. Because it cleared us for the lineup as well, so we can backtrack. And there we are. And before takeoff checklist below the line, cabin is secured, engine mode selector is switched to normal, TCAS is TARA, what we just did, and the packs we will turn that off so we have full power for departure. Before takeoff checklist completed. Not sure if there is a turning pad. Oh yeah, there is a turning pad at the end. Should have been on this one as well, is it? Yeah, there you can see it's a turning pad over here. So I don't need to turn on the runway, but I can turn later. That's really good.
Genoa Tower, good evening. Indian November Oscar Lima Papa with you. Indian November Oscar Lima Papa, Genoa Tower, good evening. Indian November Oscar Lima Papa is a VFR flight, PA28 with one person on board at 3 hours of endurance at General Aviation Parking. Will be a local flight passing through Novi Ligure.
What I really love about the flight simulator is that you can really see the slope of the runway there. That's amazing. So, lineup is complete. Everything is set up. We start the chrono, and then we will depart. So, take off.
November and Mike for holding point Fox
50% and 1. Perfect, and toga.
The QNH is 1027 and the scope code is 7000.
So man toga, SRS.
In the box and QNH 107
So we're just allowed to fly 85 knots. And we rotate. And we're in the air. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Thrust level climb, we're past 800, so we're turning.
Guitar 1389 Genoa Tower, contact Genoa radar 119.600. Bye.
Confirm the frequency again for Itero 1389, please.
Frequency is 119.600.
119.6 for Itero 1389. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Genoa approach. Hello, this is Itero 1389. We are on the Genova 8 kilo departure.
Itero 1389, Genoa radar, buonasera, continue climb level 130.
120, climb blue. Continue climb flight level 120, Itero 1389. Thank you. So,
1389, just to confirm, flight level 120.
affirm 120 for Itero 1389.
Thank you.
So we can start to clean up a little. Pack 1 on. So actually he cleared us for flight level 120, but let me see if there, yeah, open climb, okay. But actually, we were just cleared for, no, actually it was a minimum of 4,500 feet over Exito. But it is important to be above that altitude, and we are, so yeah, that's no problem. Let me see. Set Genova 8 kilo departure, max 185 in turn, so turn is already over, so we can increase the speed. Can also set that to standard. And I will speed up to 220 knots, just because no, I won't fly 250 knots until this turn is over here as well, because this is quite sharp. Past the green S, so it flaps up. And we're doing the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up, flaps retracted, packs on, and the barometer set to standard. After takeoff checklist completed. I still think this departure route is quite strange here, because I'm doing a really strange turn. I could have flown a much shorter way, but on the other hand, the ATC is not giving me any shortcut as well. So yeah, we'll just fly that, and then we will see where it brings us. I'm not sure if this was for May, but I think so. Over to Unicom 122.8. Thanks for the ATC and have a great day. Bye bye, Itero 1389. Sorry, say again? Yeah, 122.8. Thanks for the ADC and have a great evening. Bye bye, Itero 1389.
You too, bye.
Thank you. So 122.8. And we're over at Unicom. We're past 10,000, so we can turn off the landing lights, the runway turn off lights, and the nose lights. Rest is still okay. Let me see what the route's saying. Well, now we're gonna fly that route. We can turn off the seatbelt signs. And the flight time today is quite short. So from gate to gate it should be roughly around 55 minutes. While the actual flight time today is about 41 minutes, I think. So our next controller will be Roma Radar, and let's see if we have. No, we have. We don't have Rome approach. But anyway, the Rome center will guide us to the ground until he's online long enough. so I hope he stays online, and yeah, we will see what happens. What we can do as well is we check the approach briefing now. So MCDU, I will just request a new meter because maybe the old one is outdated. We wait for the company message as usual. There it is. Print, because we don't need the ADAS anymore. And then we can switch to Rome. Our flight plan says that we're flying the Xibli 3 Charlie for runway 34 right. So the 3 Charlie for 34 right. I'm not sure if we will get that, but overall it looks quite good because the weather information says that runway 34 is open. See, winds calm and 320 degrees. So actually it means that we will do that we fly around the airport, and then we are coming from the south, so for ILS 34 right. And then we're flying the Xibli 3 Charlie. 3 Charlie or 3 Delta. So I will have a look here. Xibli 3 Charlie. So we're coming from here. Max 270 knots. We fly Xibli 3 Charlie above flight level 390, and then we will, when we approach Gopal, that will be between flight level 190 and flight level 210, and max 250 knots. That means that I will now have a look on the FMC after I entered the 3 Charlie arrival. Nevox, Odula or Ratir? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. This is Nanox. Nevox. It was Nevox. I actually don't know which transition routes we have here. Let me check. So the Xibli 3 Delta, basically the same, except we don't have an altitude restriction at Gopal, and this is a little bit different. This is a little bit different down here. Oh, by the way, there is Nevox. So let me check this one again. This is this one. So actually we're coming from this side over here, and then we're going the Odula transition actually. So we are flying Odula transition inside, and we have flight level 200 at Gopal. Just it's in there, and then it says Nanox at flight level 290 again. So that means that at Gopal I have flight level 200 in here, which is published in the charts, and it says that here we should have flight level 290 again, but that doesn't make any sense. So what we will do is we clear out this altitude constraint here. And actually, how can I clear that out? I think I cannot clear that out. But anyway, as we are on flight level 200 by then, by GoPol, that's not a big problem. So what I will do is I go for GoPol, go pole, turn that in, and I see I have a distance of 150 nautical miles. I have to descend 9,000 feet by to reach GoPol from our cruise altitude. So my top of descent will be something around 87 nautical miles. I think maybe it's 90. And then what I will do is I will calculate my top of descent. I take a 3-degree angle, and yeah, of course, how do I come for 87? Hi, Frank. It's of course, yeah, 27. I was about to say 27 because you just have to take the to subtract your how to say, your goal altitude where you want to go to, and subtract that from the current altitude, and then times 3, and then you should have yeah, see 27, maybe 30. Oh, Frank, you was Genova radar. Thank you very much for the ADC. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, you can see 28 nautical miles. So that's quite fine, and we have a little bit to go. I can see the route here. There you can see the complete route. Let me zoom that in a bit. Like, okay, I cannot zoom in further. Unfortunately, but this is the complete route at least. Hey Frank, how did you find me on YouTube? Because I just have to Remux streaming. I'm just wondering, because I'm new to YouTube, so I was just wondering how you find me. Yeah, that's true. I noticed that the Italian airspace was quite busy here. Unfortunately, I just noticed that Rome radar is offline again, so I won't have any ATC coming down to Rome. That's really unfortunate. So let me check outside. It's wonderful. I really like the Flight Simulator 2020. It's so nice. Unfortunately, I'm just playing full HD. I don't have an 4K monitor, so I have to play full HD. That's really sad, but still, it looks amazing. The Flight Simulator is absolutely amazing. If you like the more like technical stuff, then you should not get the Flight Simulator. But if you just want to have the eye candy, then absolutely go for it. This is truly amazing. And if you are able to fly 4K, then it's even better, of course. saw a remark. Initially I was searching for you on Twitch, but I didn't find you. Then I opened YouTube, I searched IVAO and I saw them. Yeah, actually I was streaming on Twitch as well, but I like YouTube better, so I decided to just stream on YouTube. But maybe in the future I'm gonna stream on both. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, we will just see what I do. Because like the chat from Twitch and all these what is it, emojis and stuff and smileys, that's I don't know, I won't get familiar with that. So yeah, I stick with YouTube for the moment. But who knows, actually, I was streaming on Twitch. Maybe there's still one live stream online, I'm not sure about that. And yeah, maybe in the future as well. And have a look here on the illuminated clouds from the city below there. That's amazing. And you can just find these stuff in Flight Simulator. I mean, it's standard. There's no special add-on on it. It's just standard. I'm not sure. Maybe let me see. Is this? No, it's not Florence. No, it's not. Florence is somewhere down here. Actually, I might fly more often in Italy, because I really like the Italian airports. You have some really nice approaches in the let's say in the Alps region or down to the Mediterranean Sea. And if you go further down, then you have, oh, it's Pisa. Frank said it's Pisa. Yeah, that could be yeah. Actually yeah. Oh, I really love Venice. I was in Venice once, but I don't had a lot of time there, unfortunately. But I might go back there once the Corona stuff is over. I think that will take some time, but I just hope to arrive Venice with the cruise ships, but yeah, according to the new regulations from Venice, it's not possible for the big cruise ships to arrive at the ports. So I'm not sure how they do in the future, but they might stay outside like they do in Rome, and then you have to go by train to from the sea to the city itself. I'm not sure how they do in Venice. Maybe they take smaller ships, or I don't know. Yeah, Jeremy, I know. That will take a lot of time and a long time. But on the other hand, I think we're that far with vaccines and everything that I just hope it will just take this year. So maybe next year in summer we will be able to go back to like normal. I mean, that's just my hope. No one knows what will happen, unfortunately. So, but right now we can see Pisa on the right side, down here, there, and Florence on the left side, over here. That should be Florence. Also a very, very beautiful city. Very, very beautiful. If you ever go to Italy, then take a visit to Florence, and also Rome, of course. If you like history, then you should definitely visit Rome. It's just purely amazing. Yeah, me neither, Jeremy. I didn't fly for like let's see, 2, 3, yeah, even 3 years now. Actually, I was planning to go on holiday this summer to maybe Egypt or something, or maybe to the Canary Islands. But yeah, it depends on how the virus stuff is evaluating. So I will see if this is possible or not. And we're close to approach Xibel, by the way. Let me see if the charts are working, because LIRF. Yeah, Fiumicino. Okay, it's working fine. Great. ILS 3 for right. So we're coming from Ratir and then over Odula. Oh, this is the Ratir intersection then. Actually, I should check the route. Okay, yeah, okay. We're passing Odula and Ratir as well. So we're coming down here on Ratir, I think, and then we have to reduce the speed to 190 knots for the final turn, which will be at DME 14. And then we have Odula, which is the initial approach fix, and then we will have at 7.8 DME, which is over here, DME 7.8 FSS. We start the descent we start the descent for the glide slope, and we will approach Odula at 3,500. So after, let me see, enter destination data, yeah, of course. By the way, did I print out the actual meter? Rome was 2050. Rome is 2050. Yeah, okay. Destination. Yeah, Jeremy, I've never been to Egypt yet. I definitely wanted to go there like already 5 years ago, but either time or money was short, so yeah, as it was not possible for me. But maybe this year it could be possible. QNH temperature is 9 degrees, and if we check the ILS approach down here, we have yeah, ILS decision height of 200, and if we have the full lighting system, so we can enter 200 into the radio. So what I want to do now is check if Odula has an altitude constraint. It hasn't, but Idabu has. So Idabu is this one, and actually we want to have 3,500 at Idabu. Then we start our descent after Enexu, to 2,500 feet, and then we start the ILS approach. So that's actually fine. And what I will do now is I will create a fix. How is it called? Goplo? Let me see. Star. Where is it? Where is it? Xibel? No. Xibel 3 Delta. Xibel 3 Charlie. Gopol, I think it was. Eh? Okay, now that happened again. If I check Rome again, it's not opening anymore. Don't know what's going on there. Nothing. Oh, wonderful. So wonderful. I will now check my on-off my Navigraph charts on the desktop. Okay, Gopol it was, yeah. Because what I want to do is I type in Gopol, and then I make a radius of let's make it 30, and what happens is it will create a circle around Gopol with a radius of 30 nautical miles. So I know that once I pass this circle, I can start my descent. Jeremy is writing Frankfurt Cairo would be an interesting route for the next time, bit longer but still okay, I guess. Yeah. Actually, I was flying Gatwick to Cairo 2 days ago, I think. That was a really great route. And the approach to Cairo is also really nice. The surroundings are really nice. You can see the pyramids and everything, and that's really great. So, and we're passing the circle here. Here's the circle, which is 30 nautical miles, and then we will start the descent to flight level 200. So what I will do next is I take the next waypoint where you need to have something. That would be actually a Nibuk at 7,500. So I type that in, Nibuk, and then I can go to my top of descent calculation, and I type in 7,500 with a 3 degrees angle, and it tells me I need to start the descent at 36 nautical miles before the target. We're right now descending already to flight level 200, so this will reduce. See, it's 61 already, and yeah. And I could now type in, I type in either here, I delete Gopol, what I will do now, because I don't need it anymore, we are descending already, but I can type in Nibuk here, and then I go for a radius of, let's say 65, and then I have the next circle. But this is wrong because we are descending at the moment, so I switched that to 20,000, and it's at 39 nautical miles. So 39, or make it 40. Make it 40. And there you go. Also, I need to reduce the speed to max of 250 knots over GoPol. Let me see if this is inserted here. Yeah, it is. So the aircraft should reduce the speed automatically to 250 knots once we are close to GoPol. Yeah, and you can see now it's reducing to 250 knots. We're close to GoPol and we are close to flight level 200 already. So what is next is that at what was it? Idabu, I want to have 3,500. So 3,500. I can type in 7,500, reduces to 3,500. It says 13 nautical miles. And then I can type in fix info, and I can continue to the next page. So I can type in here Idabu, I think it was Idabu, there you are. And then I set 13 nautical miles, so let's make it 14. And now if I increase range, I have two circles here, and I know, okay, you need to descend here and there. We are now at why is it okay? This is a mistake in the aircraft, because I need to reduce the speed to go by GoPol to 250 knots, and once I pass GoPol, it increases the speed back up again to 290. I think that is a mistake. And also at Izatu, yeah. At Izatu, I want to have 230, so it will reduce anyway. So I now have the different speed restrictions in there. 210 at RF483 and RF484, and then at 486 I want to have 210. Yeah, perfect. But I will, as we don't have any ATC, nor do we have any traffic around us, I will continue on this speed. And we're passing the circle. So we will start the descent to 7,500. And you can see the speed is now reducing to 230 knots as well, because our next speed restriction at Esatu is 230 knots. That's over the Rome airspace. They're reducing the traffic because traffic density is too tight, I think. Speed still reducing, that's why we're descending quite slow. But that shouldn't be a problem. Aircraft should manage it pretty good, I hope. And in front of us, Rome already. So you can see it's quite big. And we're now flying around the airport. You can see it here, we're flying around the airport to the east. And then we're coming back, heading north to the ILS approach runway 34 right. And actually we could make a shortcut here because it's really long there, but yeah, we want to make it real, and I think we should fly that long turn, and that's it. There it is. You can see it here. There's the airport. And you can see it here. There's the airport. Rome Fiumicino. And I think as there, let me check on the IVAO map again if there's any traffic around us. No, there isn't. So as there is no traffic around us, I think we can increase the speed to 250 knots. I think that should be no problem. We definitely need to reduce the speed to 220 knots once we're turning to the final there, just to make the turns like they should be. But for now, I think we can fly a little faster. And also we're above flight level 100, so technically we could fly even faster. But so I think 250 knots is quite okay. And we are now close to past the airport. And actually I'm not sure where the Alitalia or ITA Airways is parking at Rome. So let me just show you the charts we have for Rome. So we will land on runway 34 right, which is this one here, 34 right. So we will have a long taxiway. We will locate left and then we taxi down here on Delta, and then back to the terminal, and then we will take a stop here at we will go to the apron here, and then we park somewhere around here close to the control tower. Not sure if they're parking. Yeah, parking stands are here, so I'm not sure where we're gonna park. There's no like gate assignments or something, because in reality you would just get a gate assigned and that's it. But we'll come here into Delta, and then taxi via Papa and Hotel, I think down here. Down here we are the November Whiskey, and then to gate 504 or something like that. I think that should be what we do. And we passed the next circle, so we should continue our descent to 3,500. And we are close to flight level 100. And as you can see, we now have flight level 60 in yellow here, even though I filed 35. And that's just because we have the altitude restriction over Nibuk, which was maximum or minimum of flight level 60. So passing 10,000 feet, so we are switching on the landing lights. And you can see here we have below flight level 900, above 6,000, and a speed of 220 knots. As I said, we just ignored the speed restriction here. This is how you can enter the restriction in the FMC. So you type in plus 6,000 / minus 9,000, and then you have the like altitude block where you are allowed to operate in. And you see we're passing Nibuk right now, and we have flight level 900. So that was actually quite perfect. We want to continue now. And actually we want to have 3,500 here at Idabu, and we have a long way to go down here, so we don't really need that. But of course we're currently a little bit too high, so we need to descend a bit. I will just see our altitude, because as I said, there is like no traffic in the area, and nothing departing, nothing arriving. So if we pass the altitude, but I don't think that will happen, then I can turn even earlier. So I was estimated to arrive in 3 minutes. That's definitely not happening here. We are now passing the transition altitude, and according to the latest meter, we will set the transponder to QNH 1027. We already did that. It's the same as in Genova. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you. I will now reduce the speed. 220 knots. And I will also activate the approach phase. And we're now doing the turn. So this is important that we reduce the speed to 220 knots as we're able to turn on the green line, because if we are too fast then we cannot make it on the green line, and that would be not good. So we have now reached 220, but we have to have 210, so I will reduce even further to 10 knots. And that means we can also extend the flaps to flaps 1. Approach checklist, which is quite late by the way. Briefing is confirmed, ecam status is checked, I think, and normal, yes. Seatbelt signs are on. Barrel ref is set 1027. Decision height is set, and engine mode selector is set to normal. Approach checklist completed. And this is the final turn before we are on a heading to intercept the localizer. And we are also close to 3,500 here, so we will make this without any problem. There we are. We still have enough fuel on board. We can actually go to the fuel prediction page and see how much fuel we would... Okay. It's not then there. Deleted somewhere. So sometimes the aircraft is a little bit buggy, as well as the problem with the charts. We can have a look. Maybe it's bad. It's back. Sometimes it's back. Okay. This time it isn't. I don't know what the problem is here. We can see that we are below the glide, and we are perfectly established on the glide, on the localizer, by the way. Although, I mean, I could sign in the localizer right now, and then I can type in the, or prepare the go around. So the go around or missed approach procedure is climb on 339 to cross DME 12, DME 12 to Ost VOR or Ost DME, Ostia. It's Ostia VOR at 2000 or above, and then turn right to CMP, which should be Campagnano VOR, climbing to 4000. So what that means is, as we have intercepted the localizer already, I will set in heading 339. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if this is possible to do. it might switch back to the 3 dots. And as soon as we're intercepting the glide path, then I will turn in 4,000 feet here. And I will also set in the 2 VORs, because we need that for the missed approach procedure. So first of all, we need Ostia at 1.4.9. We don't need a course here because we just need to pass DME 12 of Ostia at 2000 or above. So we need to climb quite fast. And after that, we're turning right to Campagnano, which has the frequency of 111.4. And that would be the missed approach procedure. And at Campagnano, we would then. So, by the way, we need to descend now. 2,500, because we just passed an exo. So we want to start to descend. We could also activate the approach mode now, but anyway. So at Campagnano, we're joining the hold, and I will now manage speed by the autopilot. Actually, I activate the approach mode, and then I can set to 4,000. Green. And localizer star is captured. There is the runway, and we're now reducing the speed. Flaps can be set to 2.
2,500.
Gear down. There you can see the light now as the gear is down. Flaps 3. Let me check the approach. The approach is 138, okay. And we can set flaps full. A landing checklist. Cabin is secured for landing. Auto throttle speed. Go round altitude is set at 4,000. Icamimo landing. No blue. Landing checklist completed. Just forgot to arm the spoilers, but it's done now. So we are passing the outer marker. Means roughly 5 miles. And at 500 feet we will disconnect the autopilot and resume manual landing. You can see radio altimeter is alive. We have 600 feet, so it will shortly call out 500, and then we will disconnect the autopilot and fly manually to the ground until my cat is leaving me alone.
500.
500. Disconnect the autopilot. Manual landing. I have control.
400.
Oh, I just noticed I didn't turn on the overlay. So I won't know how my landing was. But yeah. Anyway, landing. So Poppy is doing its job. I'm a little bit too high there.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And we're on the ground. Reverser green. We have to vacate to the last at the last taxiway, because according to the charts, all taxiways in between are closed. So I don't need to set any auto brake. We will just have reverse thrust. And we have 60 knots, and we will vacate next to the left. Manual braking. And we will now vacate the runway to the left side. Clock is closed. Is stopped at exactly 1 hour. Is this amazing? It is. It took me 20 minutes longer than expected, but at least it was exactly 1 hour flight time. And I will just leave my cat out right now. So just give me a second. Parking brake is set so we don't start taxiing, and I will be back shortly. And I'm back. So we can disarm the spoilers. Flaps will be retracted. Landing lights off. Runway turn off lights off, strobe lights auto, or actually we can turn them off. APU start. We will stand by the transponder and turn off the predictive wind shear warning. And then release the parking brake and continue taxi. Thank you, Jeremy. I hope it was butter. I forgot to turn on the overlay, because otherwise you could have seen the landing rate. But as I forgot it, unfortunately, I cannot see it. APU is available. And we will now taxi the long way back to the terminal. I can turn off the the landing system here, and also the flight director. We don't need that anymore. And flight director 2 is still on, so it's turned off now. Actually, that's quite nice, because my system, my flight display it's showing me that the flight director 2 is still on, although I shut down mine or turned off mine. Actually, I'm wondering if I turn on... Oh no, it's not working. Okay. I just tried to turn on the overlay, but actually I noticed it was turned on. It's just the program is not didn't start, and so the overlay is not working at all. So we have 1 hour of flight time. So I can disconnect this, close or whatever it is, turn off. I don't know. And we are now halfway through, I think. I need to take care about the speed, because there are also speed restrictions on the taxiway. I don't know exactly how fast you are allowed to go. I think in America it's something about 30 knots on the taxiway, but I might be mistaken there, and it was not 30 knots, but 30 kilometers per hour. I'm not sure about that. And I can see here the ground speed is now 10, and as we don't have any wind, this should also be our speed of the aircraft. And I mostly try to hold this between 10 to 20 knots. The Airbus is accelerating on its own, even with thrust idle, but that's completely normal. So you just need to give a little bit of power to start rolling, and then it's accelerating a little bit by itself. Yeah, Jeremy, I know. Taxi time is it's insane here. I'm not sure if it's even worse than Amsterdam. If you land on runway 36 right in Amsterdam, and then you need to taxi, or let's say 18 left. If you land 18 left in Amsterdam, and then you need to taxi, whoa, that's taxi time. Yeah, and actually the flight time was so short that that you could even go back to Genova, but it's already getting late, so I won't do a return flight. But as I said before, I really like the short hops here in Italy, because you can go Genova is nice, Florence is nice, Rome is very nice. Milano is nice, Venice is nice. You have all the nice approaches. Also in Sicily, it's very nice to approach there, and so I really like that. And I might fly a little bit more often down here in Italy. I'm not sure if Frank is still watching. I don't think so. But if Frank, if you are still watching, maybe you can suggest a really nice airport, or maybe with an interesting approach or something like that, to try out here in Italy. Okay, just Jeremy told me maximum taxi is 30 miles per hour on taxiway and 20 miles per hour on the apron. So I'm wondering, Jeremy, is this really miles per hour, or is it kilometers per hour, or is it knots? What do you mean? And is it for Europe or is it for Italy? I know a lot of questions here. So we're here at Delta Kilo, at least that should be Delta Kilo, it is, to the left. And we're getting fast again. And we continue on Delta all the way down. All the way down, following the green lines, the green lights and the yellow lines. And we're getting fast again. Okay, Jeremy just said that in Germany it's 30 miles per hour, so that this is roughly 45 kilometers per hour. And 20 miles per hour is roughly 25 kilometers per hour. Did I say 20 kilometers? So 20 miles per hour is roughly 25 kilometers per hour. And he said that knots are about the same as miles per hour, if I remember correctly. Well, I do know about that. I just know that you have to take knots times 3 to get kilometers per hour, I think, if I remember correctly. So that would mean that basically one of us is wrong. Because if I take 30 miles per hour times 3, then I'm at 90 knots. And that's a little bit too fast, I think. So, where are we now? Close to the grass, indeed. We have Echo Golf to the left. Then next is Echo Alpha to the left. And we are taking November Golf to the left. I think that could be the one where this follow me car is going. So let's just take there. It will us bring, yeah, it's definitely this one. It will us bring to the apron, definitely. Okay, Jeremy, very nice. Thank you for the information. So 1 mile per hour is 0.868976 knots. So 1 mile is more than 1 knot. Okay, and we are now at the apron. I will now turn right here. Onto Golf. Whoops. This is... my aircraft does that in every stream. In every stream it's turning. I don't know what's going on there. At some point it's turning. So I will go here at gate 504. That should be the second last, I think. So we are going now to the left, onto the apron. I think I'm now on November Zulu, so I should go on to November Whiskey. Should be this one. And then it's the second last on the left side, indeed. So I'm just not sure about, oh yeah, okay, this is the second last. Next one to the right is the second last gate. Unfortunately there's no line where it tells us where to turn, so I'm just turning as I think I should. Oh, there is a line. Is this a red line or is this a yellow line? I don't know. So, and hold the aircraft. Let's check outside. Okay, it was a red line. But anyway, we're standing here. There's no way back. So parking brake is set. Taxi lights are off. Strobe lights are off. Wing lights can be turned off, and so we can turn off the engine number 1 and engine number 2. There we are. Welcome to Rome, ladies and gentlemen. We can now turn on the APU bleed as well. We have the external power connected, but what we do next is we call the PAX, or like the bridge. There it is. It's coming to the aircraft. Jeremy would have done high-speed taxi by now, especially without the ATC. So see, that's the difference. I like to go as real as it gets. I mean, I'm not a real pilot, so I definitely won't be able to do. Whoops! What happens to the bridge? I won't be able to do the real flight procedures, but I try to do this as good as I can. There you go. Bridge is connected. A little bit far out, and the other aircraft here on the right side, if they would approach someone, has a little less space, but yeah. Anyway. And that's it. We can connect the external power, we can disconnect the APU. Parking checklist. APU bleed as required, it is on. Yellow electric pump is off. Engines are off. Seatbelt signs are off. Fuel pumps are now off. Exterior lights, nav logo and beacon lights are on. Parking brake is set. Mobile phones on. Transponder is set to standby and now to 2000. And radar and predictive wind shear warning system is both off. Parking checklist completed. Thank you very much, Jeremy. I'm just giving my best. I'm trying to learn by different real pilots from YouTube, and yeah, the other stuff is I'm just doing as good as I can. So thank you very much for the compliment. Yeah, nevertheless, we arrived at Rome tonight. It was a very short flight, but a very nice one, I think. It's just my opinion, of course, but I really like the Italian coast parts, as I just said. And thank you for all the guys that joined me tonight, either in chat or just watching. I hope to see you guys next time again, and I wish you a pleasant evening and a happy night. Good night.